Hi everybody, welcome to a Wig Chat. Today we're going to be, as the title says, we're going to be looking at and chatting about this wig here by the Gabor line. It's the luxury collection. So we're going to take a peek at that, and I have not put this one on my head, so I will be experiencing this right along with you guys. I want to thank wigs.com for sending me this wig so I can share it with you guys, and let's get going on this. So let's take a look at this. Let me see what this tag here says, guys. I know I have it in the title. Oh, this is butter toast. Buttered toast. This is called Timeless Beauty. Now, I believe I do have an SS butter toast, if memory serves. Maybe I'm making that up. This is not rooted, and I would probably say out of the gate, that's kind of a negative for me because I gotta have a root. I have to have a root, whether it's brown or blonde. To me, that's what drives it home when it comes to, and this is only my opinion, it makes me feel more secure. I don't know, when I have a root in my wigs, toppers, or whatever. But let's take a look at this color anyway. It's quite pretty. So here it is, guys. It's a really sleek, sophisticated bob, very straight. And again, this is a synthetic fiber. This is not a heat-friendly fiber. This color is very pretty. It's kind of a nice blend of warm golds and lighter blondes. I wouldn't call it ashy though. Definitely not in my eye. Okay, the number for this, if you didn't catch it, is GL 1526. I think. If I have that wrong, I will put something down here. This is in the average cap. Not sure. I'll put it down in the description box if it comes in other sizes. I'll put all the specs of the wigs and toppers or whatever that I'm chatting about down in the description box, and the proper links to get you right to the listing so you don't have to search around for it. Also, they've given me a discount code on over there at wigs.com, and it's Jills, J-I-L-L-S, and that will automatically give you 20% off. However, if there is a better sale going on, definitely use that instead. But on those times when you don't find one, feel free to use that discount code. It'll give you 20% off, which is nice to know. Okay, so let's take a look at the cap in this one. I can tell already I like Gabor's fibers. I think they're very very nice. I also have learned that I love their lace fronts as well. So this is a machine wefted cap. What's going on here? Machine wefted all the way around. It has the nice velvety extended nape back here. It has the ear tabs as well in the same soft material with the metal stays to keep it close to the side of your head. The nape area also has little metal vertical stays, one on each side here. Don't forget to pinch those in a little bit. It'll keep your wig kind of tucked into the nape of your neck again, giving it a nice realistic look back there as well. I didn't discover that until a little later in my wig journey that those existed. So I thought I'd pass that on to you. So we have this wefting, which makes for a very comfortable, stretchy fit, also makes it much cooler. You get some nice ventilation with machine wefted wigs. Let's look at the top of this. So here's what we got here. We have a left side mono part. We have the lace front all the way here. And the rest of it is, and then we have kind of this material here on each side of the part. I'm going to have to look at the specs, whether or not there is permatease there, because to be honest, if there is, it's not much, and I don't feel it at all. So if you're afraid of permatease, I think you're okay with this one, because if there is permatease here, it's very, very, very little. So that's basically the cap situation with this. So let me get this baby on and we will take a look. And before I do that, if you are wondering what's going on here with my hair, I have a cute little fast, super messy updo situation going on with this particular topper by Uniwigs. I just did a topper chat on this one, so you'll probably see this one upload first, so you may have already watched it, but just in case, really super fun topper to play with. I will put the link to it down below as well, or it'll probably show up maybe at the end of this video if you're interested in taking a look at that. Okay, I got her on here. I hope you understand that these are wig chats. These definitely aren't your typical wig reviews, and I generally experience these wigs right along with you guys, so I am constantly going to be playing with this hair, looking in the mirror, checking it out, seeing what I think, right along with you guys. So I feel like most of you that are my subscribers totally get it, but every now and then I get someone new stopping by and they're really confused and wondering why these are so long and why I mess with it, and it drives some people a little bonkers, but that's how I do it. So here we go. So right off the bat, I have to say a little bit of this. Now this is not your hand-tied cap, but do you guys remember the Belle Madame wig review that I did? That particular one. What was the name of that one? Oh, cripes. I'll put it right here, and I'll put the link down below if you're interested. It reminds me a little bit of that one, actually. Maybe a little bit longer, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of that. This is such a pretty bob. The cut is quite nice. It's pretty much one length, except for right in the very front. There's a little bit of layers. Other than that, it's pretty much, you know, a typical bob when it comes to how it's shaped and cut. Make sure I have this on straight. I'm feeling a little crooked. Okay, so I always pull out my own hair, a little bit of it, right here in the hairline. I always have very good coverage with Gabor wigs. They tend to come out pretty far on me and go down pretty far on me. So, for instance, the ear tabs end for me right about here, and they come all the way out to here. I'll put my measurements down below so you can kind of judge, you know, based on what your measurements are, and see if that would be something that would be going on with you as well. But I still, you know, I still like to pull out my own hair a little bit here on the side just to give a little bit more, I don't know, I do that. And if you have no hair at all, you're still going to get this gorgeous, beautiful front lace that comes down. Geez, how far does that come down? Pretty far. And you know, they do their hairline here as it gets to the temple tabs, the ear tab area, really nice. So you're still going to get a beautiful look even if you don't pull your hair out there, or you don't have hair to pull out. This is how I do things, guys. Okay, I'm going to have to see how we have the crisscross part here. That's going to have to go. So I'm going to just kind of break that up. I love this brush I got. This is not for your heat-friendly fibers, but it is great for your synthetic fibers from Belle Madame Wigs. I'm assuming you can buy it from them as well. I really like it. It's really nice. So as you can tell by how easy this goes through these fibers, they're very soft, very nice. And I still have a little ways to go if I wanted to do a deeper part. I am a left side parter, so they work out nice for me, but many of you aren't. You do have, let's see what happens if we try. See, you might find you can see these lacing. And the thing is, too, is that this is not a rooted wig, so we're going to have to be real careful. It would be tough, only because the fibers don't want to go that way. And you might run into a little problem. But don't forget, what you can do is you can kind of fake a right side part with a little coaxing. You can have it go this way, and then where your lacing is, you can kind of utilize the bang to fall that direction, and at least have that nice comfort feeling that it's going to the right side, or from the right to the left side. So when you have a nice lace front, you can get away with doing that. You're going to have to put some product in here, you know, to keep it where you want it, but don't forget, when you have lace front, you can try to experiment with that and see if you can get away with it. Let's look at this lace front. So here we have this lace front. This is a lighter color wig, so you're gonna not see those knots as if, you know, if it were a darker color, you tend to see those knots a little bit better. So that's nice. With the lighter colors, you're gonna not have too much of that issue. Anywho, I've never gotten a dark brown or even a brown color in this line to tell you what the knots look like. Maybe they look great too. I'm not sure. But very, very pretty lace front. It is very pretty. Very realistic. Looks like the hair is just growing right out of my head. No complaints with their lace front. I have my wig grip on right now, which is what I tend to do when I do wig chats, and you know, it fits kind of a little tight for me, but it wouldn't if I didn't wear a wig grip. It just gives me a little bit of extra bulk there. I hate the feeling, that's why I don't wear them. But again, my measurements will be down in the description box, so you'll be able to see. So I feel like actually the shine on this one isn't crazy. I don't think I would feel like I would need to put any dry shampoo in there for that reason, but I might put it in there for just helping my hairspray really work better. But I'm not going to do that right now. Another thing I might consider doing in this particular wig is put, oh, maybe not. It's a little shorter. Might not have to put in a bang, a little shorter one. I don't like too short of a bang, but I don't know. I guess it's okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where this wig wants to go. Sometimes you got to figure that out with these wigs, and you got to figure out where they're going to fall the best so you don't have to fight with them too much. And I'm just trying to figure that out with this one. The part wants to go there. I think I'm going to stick with that. Okay, so as you know, I kind of like to get these fibers. I am getting some itching. I do want to get these fibers kind of off the cap a little bit. But before I go too crazy over all of that, let me give you a once over here. So this is the left side. Sorry, you're going to hear, I don't know what's going on, if that's downstairs or Shane's room. Here's this side here. This is the right side, the opposite side of where the part is, and then the back. Just your typical bob. However, it does have some nice movement. We have some graduated layers here in the front, which is nice. And I just like to kind of get these off the cap. So I'm going to take my hairspray. I've been using the Style and Hold hairspray by Beauty Mark. I used to use John Renault, and I just wanted to try something new. And I would say this one gives you better hold. However, it is stickier. It's a little wetter. But I liked it pretty well. It does get a little wet, but it also holds a little better. I'm just going to kind of get this kind of where the roots toward the cap. Give me a little body. geez, you just really don't need to do much with this wig to get it to look nice. I can tell you that right off the top. I do like to get the fibers a little bit off the cap right here in front. I think it really, this is very natural. And you've got this beautiful of a lace front. You might as well utilize that, and it just looks more natural, I think, when you do that. But yeah, I really think there's just not much you're gonna have to do, honestly, to make this one look fabulous. Ta-da! A wada bing, wada boom. There you go. Just a tiny little bit of hairspray to kind of keep things where you want them and to keep the little flyaways under control. Get it a little bit off the cap a little bit. And you've got yourself a super fast, beautiful, sleek style that you can go to work in a hurry in, and you got a gorgeous hairstyle. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And you know what makes that happen? It's shaped very well. A wig that is shaped well is going to not cause you to have too many issues with it when it's time to get your hairspray in and start styling it. It's just like a good haircut. You get a good haircut and you don't have to mess with it too much for it to look great. If it's not so good, it's going to take you a little time and it can be a little aggravating. And I have seen that happen in wigs as well. So this is not an issue with this one. Really, really, really nice. The trick with these square bands is getting your hair exactly, put the hair that you want out, forward, tuck the rest of it back, that way you have it where you want it, and stick her in there. Okay, that looks a little silly. Let me get this not so poofy. Okay. Really pretty. This is a super easy one to wear. I think I could easily work in this one, which is not always the case. It's just really pretty. You know, the color is really pretty as well, and I think my own bio hair, just this little tiny bit that I have coming out, I don't have much at all. It seems to work really nicely, but it would be a real home run for me if it did have a little root, and I happen to know that butter toast does come in a root. So for those of you that are the same and you really are liking this color, but you're also wishing that it came in a root, it does, which is great news. It doesn't bother me too much as I thought it would, to be honest. I think because it's a really nice dynamic kind of color. It's got a lot of different highlights going on, so it's not real flat. And that's really not good, in my opinion, when it comes to when there's no root involved there. But this one really has some really nice, nice colors working in it. I mean, I do think you could probably train it to stay over here. I would probably use a little bit heavier styling product like the John Renault Peace Out cream, and just put a little bit in there, not enough to make it look greasy, just to kind of weigh down the fibers and get it to get used to being on this side. And then I think you could do just kind of a little bit of a messy part if you are a right side part, and probably could get this to work, at least in this color. for you. If you just absolutely just cannot deal with the left side part, I can see where that would be aggravating, you know, when you have these mono part wigs.